Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Meridian Large Indoor-Outdoor Lantern. This is going to be the 365615. This is designed to be an outdoor fixture. It is incredibly rugged. I'll get into construction and finish later in the video. However, it is beautiful enough to be used inside. If you have a tall ceiling, you can put this over your kitchen island. If you have a stairway that you need a light in, that would cast a beautiful light down and light the entire room as well. This would be a great one for you. So a lot of good applications for this. Let's get into some more detail on it. Let's talk about the glass really quick. So it's going to be using two different types of Hubbardton Forge glass. The inner diffuser is going to be opal glass. Opal is an opaque white glass. It's kind of a matte finish, and you won't be able to see your bulb. It'll also be open on the bottom, so like I said before, unobstructed light's going to be coming down, good task lighting, just like what you see at this table. That piece of glass is going to be inside another piece of glass, which is going to be your decorative glass around it, and that is called seeded clear. So seeded clear glass has little tiny air bubbles, kind of like champagne bubbles coming up, and it's a really pretty glass on its own. The two together are dynamite. They just have this beautiful depth going on. And why don't we talk a bit more about what's going on inside of this, and how we can do that is to take a quick look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how everything comes together. It's going to show you some good technical line drawings of the inside of this, the placement of your socket, all kinds of good things that you want to see. You're going to notice in the parts list there's going to be a couple things. So this is going to ship with 1 foot of chain, because most outdoor fixtures and most outdoor porches only need 1 foot of chain. If you need more than a foot, they do come in additional 1 foot pieces. Just email me and I can quote you out on that. You'll also notice on the parts list there's going to be this. This is your 5-inch round canopy. This is what you guys have on your ceiling. It's a 4-inch junction box, so this is going to go over it very easily. This is very light. It only weighs 10 pounds, so it hangs just from a normal box. You don't have to worry about any weight restrictions. If you're using this inside the house, and you want to come down, like I said, from the second story over your stairs, or you have a tall ceiling over your kitchen island, or any other place like that, you can use Hubbardton Forge's indoor chain. So indoor chain, this comes in 36-inch increments, so 3-foot increments, easy to take apart and put together again. You can add or subtract what you need. The side of it here has a little seam, and that allows it to open and close using this, and this is a chain separating tool. So what happens is when you squeeze it, it opens it up, kind of goes in the middle and opens, and then the middle part of this will close it up again and not leave any marks, and that's what's kind of important. You don't want to leave marks on your chain. So I picked this up for less than 20 bucks on Amazon. It was a great deal, chain separating tool. Make sure your installer has one in case you need it. And then, like I said, if you need more chain, just email me and I can quote you out on chain. It's very inexpensive and easy to get. A couple things about that glass too. So that inner glass, that's 6.8 inches in diameter and 10.13 inches tall, which means that it can accommodate a very large light bulb. And we're going to talk about lamping now. It's going to be using a medium base porcelain socket facing down, and the recommended bulb is going to be basically an A19 just to begin with. An A19 for your front porch is going to be fine. A19s come in different ways. You can still use an incandescent if you want to, up to 100 watts without any problem. And remember, the piece of inner glass is really tall, so you can get all kinds of different bulbs into it without ever seeing them, really. So this is also an old school LED. You can use that. I don't think these are so great anymore because there's better things out there. This is the better thing that's out there, and these are the phosphorus LEDs. So phosphorus LEDs come different ways too. Let's circle back to the old school guy just to show you different sizes of things. So this middle guy is an A19. This guy is an A20. This one, the biggest one of the lot, is an A21. So the bigger the bulb in an LED world, the more light you can get out of these. So if I'm putting this over a kitchen island, I want as much light as I can get if I need light to chop vegetables and cook with, that kind of stuff. Or in a stairway like we talked about before. This would probably be fine for you, and we'll put the A19 down now. So the A20, A19, A20, that range, these will easily come up to 150. This guy, a 20 up to a 200 watt equivalent. So it's all out there if you need it. So don't worry that you're not going to have enough light coming out of these things. These bulbs are going to be offered to you in different ways out in the world. I picked this up on Amazon, I think, but I see these out at Home Depot, I see them at Lowe's, True Value hardware stores, places like that. Even Walmart sells these kind of things. They're going to offer them to you 2700 Kelvin, super yellow light, like a setting sun. That can be very romantic, and you might have these flanking your bed too. Actually, one on each side of the bed coming down, about where a table lamp would be, I think would be great. And remember, there's two sizes of this one too, so if this one's too big for you, circle back to the other one, the 36, 56, 10. See if that one is the better size for you. You can always take a piece of cardboard and just cut out the silhouette of the light itself and hang it by a string. That'll always give you a good idea of how big things are around what you're doing. Circling back to bulbs, so they're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, and that's going to be a bluish white light, 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. Not crazy about that light. I think it's more utilitarian, like convenience store, that kind of thing. It's a bluish white light, like an overcast day. What I like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white. That's the 3,000 Kelvin bulbs that you see the light coming down on this table. Looks like incandescent light, but it's not. It's a nice warm glow, and that's what's coming from that above us. So depending on what your situation is, as far as buying a dimmable bulb, if you're using these outside, I wouldn't worry about that part of it. If you're using it inside, like in the kitchen or in a stairway or some other place, definitely go for a dimmable version of that bulb. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this, and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.